This is the Fanrick, a Tier 9 collector Blitz Nation Swedish-style heavy. It's a vehicle that features a double-shot autoloader, solid DPM, decent mobility, and overall pretty great capabilities on the battlefield. And this is the 752, a vehicle which features high penetration, ridiculously good DPM for an autoloader, and really stupid armor. Overall, the 752 is the best Tier 9 performing on win rate, and it doesn't surprise me why. When you have DPM, when you have a double shot autoloader, when you have decent mobility, it's very hard to do bad in this tank. Even a bad game for me in this vehicle is probably 2,900 to 2,500. This tank is stupid. The Fanrick is definitely not as good as the 752, and if you're disappointed to hear that, you shouldn't be, because the 752 is overpowered. This is actually a fairly well-balanced vehicle. The only thing that I'm personally disappointed about when it comes to this tank is the fact that it doesn't feature good turret armor. I personally would have liked to have seen this tank sitting at maybe 20 millimeters more turret armor. The problem is that, unlike the Emil 2, unlike the Kron, or the Emil, this vehicle does not feature the same level of gun depression. This has 7 degrees, when it could easily feature 8 or 9, or even 10. That's where I disagree with Wargaming's decision-making on this vehicle, because it's quite a tall tank for the overall profile, and if it had more gun depression, it would be so much more flexible. But 7 degrees makes it quite awkward to work on ridge lines because it's just enough to work some ridges, but not enough to work all. It's just a little annoying. I do have to admit that right now. But let's get into some gameplay and see what we can do. Oh. Well, this is a pretty good matchup. We are up against 2 Tier 9s, and the rest are Tier 8s. But they have some strong Tier 8s. We got a Boss Shotzion Barask, we got a Swindler, which is actually a solid autoloader. Auto-reloader, I should clarify. Tier 9s they have are also really good. They have an ST1 and a WZ-111 GFT. So, we'll see what happens here. We are going to head over towards the caves. Now, I'm not going to go caves. I don't personally like going caves just because of the fact you put yourself in a situation where if you can't get out, you're basically stuck there and you're just going to die. That's why I usually don't go caves. Normally, you'll see me going to this middle area here. I'll spot people, I'll decide what I'm going to do, and then from that, I will make a decision. Alright, well, our TS5 and Borsig are not really supporting right now, and our Tier 9 has decided that he wants to die, so that's really unfortunate. That was even more unfortunate right there. Let's reload, and okay. Well, at least we get one shot out, and thankfully, our Charlemagne gets the clearing shot, but we literally lost a Tier 9 for a CDC. Oh, yeah! Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I don't know what that guy was doing, or thinking, but clearly he wasn't thinking. Okay, so we got the 53 TB in front of us, and never mind. Kind of hoping we'd be able to bonk him. But that's alright, because we got the WZ on our side as well. There's one 402 roll into his vehicle, and there you go. A little bit of a low roll, but still not too bad. We got some damage out into his tank. That right there is a great example on why double shot autoloaders are pretty devastating, because you just sit here, you wait patiently, a couple more seconds, 3, 2, 1, and then we got this Swindler right in front, and that's a stock Swindler, which really, really sucks for him. Also got the 53 in front of me. Might as well just shoot him while he's in front. Yeah, that's really sad. I did not realize that that vehicle had the ugliest stock turret in the game. Like, holy ugly, bruh. Alright, well, let's reload again. We got 5 more seconds left on our clip. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to poke the Swindler again, and oof. Another nice shot into his vehicle. The Brask is a very dangerous tank, so I am glad that I was able to clear that vehicle. We are already up to 2,700 damage at this point, and it's a great overall example of the just easiness of driving double shot tanks are. I mean, I talk about it all the time, but seriously, double shot autoloaders are by far the best types of tanks in the game. It is so hard to do bad in a vehicle that can just bonk you for, you know, watch this, 363, and then 3.75 seconds later, we get a 390. Both of those low rolled, but we still literally just chunked a very solid chunk of health off of that VK, and then we back up and reload. And the VK's already boxed himself in an awful spot here. Dude doesn't know what to do. He's like, but that's fine. We're going to reload, and we're going to bonk him once. And then maybe I can get a shell into the ST1. Nah, we'll just reload. That ST1's probably going to be dead by the time we get towards him. But I guess we'll find out. Maybe not. We got 10 seconds left. Borsig's probably going to have a shell in the next 10 seconds. But even if the Borsig bonks him, we should be able to get some decent damage out. So let's aim in, and there you go. One heat shell into his vehicle, and... oh, I should have just fired heat. I was like, well, I can fire AP, and I'll get more damage. But my greed cost me a bit there. ST1 stock turret is kind of weird. It's not good, but it's got some troll spots on it that might cause you to get a bounce. Either way, that was a pretty good battle. We got a kill, and we definitely got a decent chunk of damage out. However, my game just crashed. Whoa! Well, that was actually a pretty solid battle. 4,260 damage dealt, and we did top on the team, but obviously that was quite a given. We can see in that first battle where the Fanrick feels quite nice. Obviously, the 7.52 would have done very similar results, and probably even more, due to the fact that it features more damage in the clip with more DPM. But that doesn't take away from this vehicle at all. I still think the Fanrick is a really, really good vehicle. If you are definitely thinking about playing Blitz a lot, and you're going to grind for the snippets, I think they're called this season, to get your hands on these 3 tanks, I'd actually say this is a really good season. The Regressor got nerfed for some reason, and I don't really see this tank getting nerfed. If anything, it might get buffed, because, as I said, it should have more gun depression, but we'll see. See what we can do here. Up against us, we have a IS-8, E75 TS, and that's it. I mean, they have an AMX 5100, but let's be real, that's really not much of a heavy tank. We are going to make our way into the base cap. However, I'm going to go to the safer area, which is over here. I normally don't go to this spot, but I don't like when mediums get onto my side. I think it's rather annoying. So I'd much rather go here, where I can basically guarantee that I'm not going to have anything flank me. Let's get one shell into that enemy SU, and we're just going to take another... okay. Well, that shell would have never hit anyway, but it's fine. We'll reload. From this spot, we're actually in a pretty good situation, because we can easily get over towards the IS-8 in town if our team needs support, and we can farm the enemy heavies and other things if we have to as well. So it's kind of a double spot here. Alright, well, let's see. Is the AMX still poking? He is. Wow. Okay, then. Whoa. Alright, let's see. Am I going to get hit by the SU? No. Huh. Alright, well... I'm going to aim it on the AMX again, very briefly. Yeah. Welcome to the life of a double shot autoloader without accuracy, I guess. The shells should not have been missing, but oh well. We got the IS-8 on the side. Mod 1's kind of chilling there. I could honestly care less about the Mod 1, to be completely real. We are going to aim it on the AMX. We're going to get one pen into his vehicle for 435. We're going to reload again. We're going to track him again for 399. And there went 800 of his health. I mean, there's still not much of a counter to a vehicle like this. It is a little insane what you're able to do with double shot tanks. So, at this point in time, I have a couple options. The decision that I'm going to make is called driving out like this, getting a shell into the AMX. He definitely doesn't have a repair kit, so we get the shell into him. And now we're going to drive up and out. We're going to get hit once by the Mod 1, but we are in cover, which means I don't have to worry at all really about dying. All our team has to do is clear that IS-8, which is a very easy task, in my opinion. Just because it's an easy task doesn't mean it's going to happen. Still hasn't happened. Oh yeah. Alright, well there's the scent, and there you go. One shell into the enemy Centurion. Wow. The IS-8 has still not died. That's honestly impressive. Like, I have to give our team credit. The fact that the IS-8 is still alive is pretty good. OP. Alright, well, let's reload. Will our team kill the IS-8? I would laugh if they don't. Let's see what we can do here. Let's reload and get one pen into the sand and 2 pens into the sand. You know what's really funny is that the IS-8 still isn't dead. That is pretty impressive, though. I have to be real. Like, the fact that it took our Yo that long to kill that player is really, really sad. Okay, so we have the SU-130 in front of us, and we also have the... Okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Let's get one pin into the U, and might as well... might as well try and HE the SU. I mean, this was never going to be a win. If our Yo had just... If anybody, actually, let me phrase that. If anybody on our team had just killed the, 10 health ISA, that would have been the easiest victory ever. But this is World of Tanks Blitz, and getting easy victories is not allowed if your name is Droodles. Oh boy. Again, the Fanrick itself did pretty good. We were able to get damage out, we were able to stop our opponents from really doing anything. I have no complaints about the vehicle in this gameplay. I have complaints about the people that we were matched with, but, oh well. I think this is a really, really fun tank, and as I said, my stats are showing that. I'm going almost 3k now after those 2 games. So, yeah, I think the Fanrick's a solid shout. I don't think everybody's going to do well in it, but I think it's a pretty good beginner vehicle due to the double shot mechanic. I think it's got good gun depression and decent hull down capabilities, so it's an all-around great tank. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!